The banking house of Rothschild, East India Trading Company, private intelligence network. That's why they're privatizing everything. Department of Homeland Security, privatized. The CIA, privatized. NSA, privatized with all their subcontractors. Why? Because it's a more efficient way to do things? No, because Rothschild can penetrate those places with his employees out of the Israeli military intelligence programs and out of GCHQ, who's got placed there. It's easier to penetrate a private company than it is the NSA, which is a very closed-in system. That's why they're doing it. They're privatizing the military. They're privatizing intelligence community. You see what they're doing? And with privatizers, as Patrick Berge said, he said some very profound things. There's other things that piss me off about him, but Berge said some very profound things. The other one was, this privatization means you can't FOI stuff. You can't go to Lockheed and demand to see their books. But you can go to the Department of Defense and see their books. You can FOI a lot of stuff. You can't touch Lockheed. And they say it's more efficient. It's not more efficient. They're ripping off more money than ever. That's what happens when you privatize. What do you think Elon Musk is? That's another East India Trading Company, privatized network, sucking the technology out of NASA, taxpayer funded by the American taxpayers. They suck it out and they send it through Elon Musk, that moron, congenital moron with his Tesla joke car moron. And then they say, look, see, private enterprise is far more efficient than these government institutions. That's bullshit. It's a way to get technology, and they're spreading it around the whole planet. Why? They've got to build the 5G surveillance state smart city infrastructure. It's all about that. This notion of privatization of all costs, it's not about efficiency. It's worse. It's costing you more money, and it's a technology transfer. Privatize everything, so then you can't look into it. If there's no FII, it's a contract law. We can't disclose that. We've got to go back to the far better, far more transparent system. NSA, CIA, in-house. And you pay them well, and the government can introduce legislation to limit private enterprise. Limit them right down so that you don't lose them. Why should the US taxpayers pay for all that military training and all that initial training, NSA and otherwise, what, so they can go out and join the private sector? I think it's time the private sector was brought to heel. There's a balance between the private sector and the state. Remember, we are the state. If you want to get shafted by the state, then stop becoming involved in politics. The state is all we have. We're members of the board. If we don't want to exercise power and say we're powerless, why do you think the powers that be spend so much time brainwashing, keeping us out of politics? Noam Chomsky, Professor Noam Chomsky, MIT, you've got to read him. Yes, he's a leftist twat. He's a gatekeeper, but he's still excellent. It should be compulsory in every school to read the book Manufacturing Consent and the 3-hour documentary.